FlipSid Tactics. I am a player, but I'm also like a coach slash like talent acquisition and everything else. So when it comes to players, when it comes to coaching players, possibly picking up new players, like I'm the guy to come to. I've been playing fighting games for close to 25 years. I've been competing for about 17, maybe 18 years, since the late 90s. Back then it was a lot different. It was a lot of arcade tournaments. You know, you show up, you pay you $5–10, single elimination. It wasn't, you know, we did brackets by hand. There really wasn't much. You know, you pretty much put money in, and whoever got first, they got 80%. Whoever got second got 20%. And that was it. Today, competition is a lot different. You have the sponsors, such as this weekend, like Verizon and Monster. Seeing Verizon at an event like that, it was kind of like a dream come true, because you know, back in the day when I was, you know, I'm 32 years old now. We were like 17 years old 15 years ago, and there was no companies at all involved. So seeing Verizon, seeing Monster at events, supporting the scene, supplying the venues with internet and stuff like that, it's like kind of like a dream come true. So hopefully, you know, in the future we get even more support from big companies like that. Normally, we really don't come to Texas that often, because some of the tournaments they're usually thrown at a time of year that we really can't make it, like early in the year. However, this being like a summer event that we're here now.
I was surprised at how good some of the guys were. Like, some of the guys I had underestimated a little bit, and not thinking that they were as good as they, you know, were. But you know, they were actually pretty good, and you know, won't be like underestimated again, like in the future.
My expectations going into the event before we got there, I expected it to be more so of a hard tournament as far as competition, because I knew some of the names that were going to show up. I didn't really know what was going to happen, like as far as the venue, but when we got there, the venue was actually cooler than I thought it was going to be, because I thought it may have been in like some hotel or something, but they had it in a center. The internet was really good. They had Verizon Fios there. The internet signal was like, as far as the 4G was great as well, so that was cool. They had the AC on, so you know, it was really cool in there. It wasn't too hot and stuffy, even though it was 100 degrees outside. So yeah, we felt really comfortable playing there, and it was pretty awesome.
I was actually very excited about Verizon and Monster, you know, having a part in the event. I felt that was like super cool and you know, very productive for something like the FGC. And they helped us out a lot. They had us do interviews, and I just felt that they were hands-on also, and it just made the players like feel good just to, you know, to have interactions with, you know, companies of that caliber. I love the staff that they had at EGL. Like, the guys were, you know, like very intuitive. They helped us out a lot during the brackets. They kept us informed on like everything that was going to happen, like the times. It was good. Like, Shane was hands-on with a lot of the stuff. You know, that's not really common, you know, a lot in the FGC. Like the TO actually ripping and running and doing stuff hands-on himself. So I thought that was pretty impressive.
The EGL staff, Shane is awesome. Anything that we needed, I mean, he came directly to us, got it for us if we needed it. You know, he went back. He didn't blow us off, and you know, see us the next day. So he's a really awesome dude. I suggest that everybody comes to his events, because he's a really good dude that does everything he can for the community.
My name is Shane Capel. I'm co-owner of Epic Gaming Lounge and Cafe, as well as EGL, which is Epic Gaming League, the sports organization that runs the tournaments and brackets. So we've always wanted to do a bigger event, and we knew that in order to do that kind of thing, we would need to get sponsors on a bigger level that we haven't seen before. So I got really lucky that we've done quite a few events with Monster Energy here at the lounge, just samplings, events, things like that. So the head director or coordinator of Monster apparently recommended us to Verizon. That said, hey, we went and did this sampling event. We had a ton of people. The energy was great. Video games were on point. People had a great time. And so literally like a week and a half later, I got a call from Vivian, which is the head of marketing for FiOS Texas. And she was like, hey, you know, we really like what you're doing. We want to get involved with gaming and esports. We hear that you guys are the people to go to in Texas. How can we get involved and what can we do together? So that's really when we pitched the idea that, hey, we wanted to do a 10K. And the reason why it's called EGL Dallas 10K was originally it was only supposed to be one game. And she was like, well, how can we make it bigger and better? I was like, well, let's add more games. Because originally we're mostly Call of Duty. I mean, we do a lot of Call of Duty. We've done countless $3,000 and $5,000 tournaments for Call of Duty. But we really love the FGC. We started sponsoring players. We started hosting weekly events, monthly events. And they were like, well, you know, this is really awesome. We need a really good turnout. So, you know, Vivian, why don't we, you know, add more games? Why not, you know, Mortal Kombat, Super Smash Bros, and Ultra Street Fighter? And they really loved the idea, and so we kind of just rolled with it.
I've started to feel them now. I heard them inside your room, whispering broken sounds, singing in auto tune. I'm falling in love with all. We made love without a sound.
It definitely was a learning experience for me. Like more experience is always good, you know, for me, just to be able to compete with, you know, guys of the top caliber and to do well. I mean, I did okay to myself, but I wanted to do more. So going forward to, you know, like Summer Jam and the Fall Classic, it's just like an incentive to do better, you know, just to at least stay consistent and placing, you know, top 8, you know, keep, you know, steady taking out big names if I can. So it's a learning experience, and you know, it's definitely a push for me so I can stay on the right track.
I believe that Alucard did a great job this weekend, especially in Street Fighter. He beat Justin Wong. That's somebody that he's been wanting to beat for 8 years now. That is actually the first person that Alucard lost to in tournament. Season Beatings 2, October 2007. Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. Alucard beat, like, I believe his name is RX, Urian player. I believe he plays in Japan, or he's either Japanese or plays in Japan all the time. Alucard fought him his first round of any tournament match ever, and he beat him, and like the whole venue was like going nuts. And then he fought Justin Wong like the second round, and Justin destroyed him. He beat him like a child. So like ever since then, like Alucard has been like trying to beat this guy at Street Fighter, and he finally beat him this weekend. So I think he did a really good job, especially considering the fact that like right now we're really concentrating more so on Mortal Kombat. So he's still performing. I think actually he's performing right now at his peak, and this is like the least amount that he plays. As far as Mortal Kombat, this is the first tournament that he made a new character, so he played Trimmer this time, and he did just as good. I don't think he has all the experience yet with Trimmer, so you know, we're gonna go back home. We're gonna, you know, get back in the lab and see what he needs to work on. Watch some of the tapes. But I think he did a pretty good job. He did an overall solid performance in both games.
Young Slayer in 6, Yogi Michelangelo in 7, and finally F3 Alucard.